glow-ups have reached new levels with the rise of something called looksmaxxing. You have become the face, if you will, of looksmaxxing.
I just got mogged.
You there. Shush. And witness this jawline. I must have, unironically, one of the weakest jawlines ever. Look at that! Look at that side profile! Look at that! Oh my god! Is it over? Guys, I can't see the camera. Is it over for me? Is it over? Now, there has been a war on looksmaxxing for a very long time. Genuinely, I have never known a bigger rate of body dysmorphia than in the past 3 years. It's even gotten so bad that little children are walking up to big YouTubers and basically mogging them.
I just got mogged.
You simply can't escape looksmaxxing. If you're not waking up at 3 in the morning every day, putting cold, dry ice on your face to reduce puffiness, and then also taking your and then if you put it in the roof of your mouth for 7 hours a day, if you're not doing that, you will never looksmax, and you will always be a beta male with a disgusting jawline. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Autism. There is a race of young men with body dysmorphia to race to the mountain of looksmaxxing to be crowned the looksmaxxing god. Now, looksmaxxing is a tale as old as time. It's basically people that want to look better, and this hasn't helped with the inclusion of short form content, like for example Instagram Reels, TikTok. You'll scroll, you'll see someone 5 years younger than you with a jawline that you will never achieve unless you had some kind of like Syrian Superman DNA. So then you kind of put your phone down and you think, okay, yep, it's over for me. Because I think what most people need to realize is unless you're getting surgery or you won the genetic lottery, you're probably never going to have the jawline that people are telling you you can get. Now, there's 2 characters I want to talk about in today's video because they've been very popular in the mugging scene. That is Syrian Psycho and Jordan Barrett. Syrian Psycho is because he looks like Patrick Bateman, the American Psycho, and Jordan Barrett because his chin looks like a Barrett 50 cal. Now, they had a Sigma mog-off, and it led the King of Looksmaxxing to believe he has been decrowned. Did I say those words, man? Did I actually say that unironically? Just take me back to like commentary, just surf gameplay, playing prototype, man. This is too much. Imagine if you said those words to like a Victorian child. They would just drop dead immediately. The culture of looksmaxxing has actually existed since 2014, but it's definitely been supercharged in the past couple of years, exclusively because of TikTok. The looksmaxxing tightrope is very dangerous because on one side, you've got all the people going, haha, this is so funny. I could never achieve this, lol. It's all satirical, guys. It's ironic. And then you have the other half that will genuinely get some kind of body dysmorphia from witnessing so many conventionally attractive models and thinking it's over for them. And also, I think looksmaxxing is a very easy rabbit hole to fall into. I mean, myself, right? I thought I was a pretty okay looking guy. And then you see all these people that are like, you know, 18 and they've just already got like this chiseled like Zeus jawline. It's like, bro, I never had a chance. I never had a chance. I think one of the reasons why looksmaxxing became so popular is a couple years ago, there was a huge hyperfixation with Gen Z and Patrick Bateman. And a lot of people wanted to aspire to get on his level. And then a lot of people came out saying, oh, you can't do that. The book was actually wrote by a woman and it was Chris. Shut up. Woman talking. Woman be quiet. I'm looksmaxxing. But to be fair, the entire point of Patrick Bateman was to show, you know, it was a criticism of that yuppie culture. And it was a huge criticism of capitalism. Do I think capitalism's bad? I used to. Now I've got money. The amount of people that are going to take that seriously. Capitalism is just it's just saying capitalism is bad. It's just a cope because you're poor. You simply didn't get your money up and now your rent is due. But despite the entire point of American Psycho criticizing how much of a terrible person Patrick Bateman is, the guy, Christian Bale, that played him was conventionally attractive during that film. I want to say, by the way, Christian Bale that played Patrick Bateman, he was 26 when they filmed American Psycho. I'm 27. It's over. No, it's actually over. Like, I never had a chance. Why don't you just try getting a job? And this is where we're led to the face of looksmaxxing, Kareem Shami. And his name, of course, is Syrian Psycho. Get it? American Psycho, but he's from Syria. I mean, to be fair, he does look like Patrick Bateman if you have like a side-by-side comparison. Now, if you're not aware of the looksmaxxing trend, clearly you're not Sigma enough, or you just turned 16. Even though looksmaxxing has been around for a while, Kareem basically popularized it because he documented himself changing from a beta male to a a real Sigma. And then at the same time, trying to get other young men to follow in his footsteps to also become Sigma. I know this sounds like an Andrew Tate thing. I know, just stick with me on this, okay? And that in of itself is really commendable. And Kareem has had a huge blow up, basically being like a 0 follower Andy to someone that has now millions of followers. You know, this guy has got nearly 2 million followers on one account, 400,000 on another account, and then 500,000 on Instagram. So he's definitely incredibly successful from this. And I think there is something commendable about someone trying to get people to improve their kind of looks, because if you improve your looks, chances are you improve your self-worth. And I really think, especially male culture, because I've looked at the analytics of this channel, it is a goddamn sausage fest, by the way. Kareem is someone that is trying to get young men to improve their confidence, whether that's through the way they act, maybe their appearance, so they look at themselves in the mirror, they're happy with it, and their confidence goes up. And I respect it, because most like kind of fitness culture, especially on TikTok, it's just like 17-year-olds that somehow put on like double their body weight in a month, and then they claim that they're natty. Like it's just embarrassing. I know this sounds like a personal dig. I see you doing this, by the way. Whenever like someone that is like really young and it's so obvious they got hyped on trend, and then the comments are calling them out saying they're on trend, they'll purposely like every single comment saying great job, but they'll avoid the ones accusing them of being on trend. Now, Kareem's backstory is really interesting because he talks about how he's basically changed his face with 0 surgery. And this started when he was being bullied in Lebanon as a child due to his family being misplaced during the Syrian war. He was then able to invest some time into himself when he was like 17, going on to 20, and completely transformed himself. And like, I gotta say, the glow up there is insane. He has done an amazing job. Now, I do want to say there is obviously a lot of aspects to this as well. The kind of camera that was used, the focal lens, the hairstyle, the structure of the eyes. Like, are the eyes like squinted or are they open? It kind of calls back to me in a non-gay way, by the way, when PewDiePie took a picture of himself topless with a six-pack, and he even admitted himself that the reason why he looks so good is simply because of the lighting. He doesn't look like that wherever he's going. It's just obvious that people that take pictures of themselves, they have like a lot of setup. I mean, you can even see as well for Kareem, like on the right picture, like the updated one, he does look amazing. He's done an insane job, but you know, there's much better lighting as well. I mean, the picture on the left, it looks like an airport toilet, and then the one on the right, there's obviously some kind of ring light to kind of glow up his face a bit. I mean, even to talk about me for a second, like I have no natural lighting. The only lighting I get is from my monitors, and then like, you know, kind of natural daylight as well. And the natural daylight can cast a really harsh light on my face. So sometimes during recording, I can look okay, and then other times I'll just look like a washed up Casper the Ghost. I think that's one thing people really need to take into consideration with these kind of pictures and with these kind of transformations. Lighting is everything. I mean, if you want a classic example, Demi Lovato, right? She's an okay looking girl. And then you have this, the poop face, because the lighting is just absolutely horrendous. She was caught at a bad angle. There is not a single person on earth that you can't improve or downgrade their appearance solely based on, you know, structure and lighting. So Kareem, with his own improved facial appearance, went on to share that information with the masses, and bam, he is now the face and CEO of looksmaxxing. Now, the problem is maintaining relevancy is just as hard as gaining it in the first place, especially with how short form content has taken over the internet. Everything now is supercharged. You could be famous in a day, and then by the end of the week, no one talks about you. Harambe? I never knew him. So Kareem, originally trying to help young men, still doing that, but then took it the next step, turning it into kind of more like an entertainment aspect. And at the minute, he is selling an online course and platform called Mogging, not only to help his fan base, but to also make some money on the side as well. I'm not doing a bit, by the way. I actually did try to reach out to him, because what this guy does is like he reviews famous streamers and like people's facial structures and stuff to get a glimpse on how they look. I did reach out to him, and this guy ghosted me. Unlucky. But yeah, if you look at Mogging, you can see it's like $20 a month, and that is apparently supposedly a discount. That is a lot of money, but I can imagine there are a lot of people that are insecure about their appearance and would easily pay that. Now, like I said earlier, Kareem will actually do reviews of popular streamers. Obviously, they never asked beforehand. This is another way to maintain relevancy. He's done people like Neon, unlucky, Kai Cenat, Queso, Jinxie, iShowSpeed, Aiden Ross. Like, he has covered most of the popular streamers.
Queso, otherwise known as Tanner Newland, you've been accepted to Mogging School of Profound Self-Improvement, where we're going to change your life. Welcome on board. Let's start with a scan first. Just need one photo for UMax to do its magic. Here are the results. Just by looking at the scan results, you might think it's over for Mr. Queso over here, but UMax did leave him with a 74 score for potential. Just looking at his face over here, the lowest score happens to be in the lower midsection of his face, the jaw, and then the cheekbones. A clean shave will suffice, paired with that of a serious caloric deficit, morning icing for that rosacea, to give us a pristine result of a chiseled jaw. It's all under there, it's just masked.
I'll be honest, I do want Kareem to kind of review my face, but the scores are going to be like... It's going to be like single digits, man. I don't know. I don't know. Could you imagine that if he just reviews my face and the potential is just 0? It's like, nah, we can't help, bro. You're done. He does say that his content is based on... Can't even say the word based. I can't even say that word seriously in this video. He says his content is formed around presenting yourself as opposed to wanting to look a certain way. He also says that the self-improvement he went through the process actually gave him more confidence than the final result.
And with my content, I don't preach starve maxing and I do talk about mewing a little bit, but it's not specifically those that make a person.
What do you preach on looks maxing?
I preach basically perfecting your presentation, your style, your scent, the way your hair looks, your skin.
The confidence you have, do you attribute it to the fact that you doubled down on looks maxing and said, I need to prioritize what I'm presenting, even though some of it was not your control? You can't control if you're born with dark circles.
No,
you can't
of course
control
not,
acne. These aren't anything you did wrong, but it's what society judges you
This
from.
is the saddening part of things. This is, at the end of the day, how society is structured. And I teach people that, hey, looks do play a role. They are one part of who you are as a person. So, of course, you have to take care of other things in your life. But presentation is key. People judge you in milliseconds. And I think that in this moment in time, I fixated on it. I fixed it. And I'll tell you that improving my looks isn't the reason why I'm confident. It's the process that gave me that confidence.
So you were striving for confidence. And do you have it now?
Yeah. Whole lot better than before, at least.
All right.
I wouldn't be here, yeah.
All right.
And I do respect it because I think a lot of people out there are incredibly insecure about the way they look. They're not happy with their appearance, but also you can be invested into improving yourself too far that you do make the wrong choices. Now, I've yapped enough about the history of Kareem. It is very, very extensive, but I would like to introduce player 2 into this story, Jordan Barrett. Now, Jordan Barrett is a model and he was promoting a male-centered hair solution called Based Bodyworks. I'm not joking, by the way, like he actually called it that and he fully knows like what based actually means, and he was collabing along with Kareem to make content for the brand. That was until a video came out of them having a mog off. This is current year, man. This is current year. Jesus Christ. And a lot of people pointed out that Jordan was actually mogging on Kareem. Kareem obviously being known as one of the most conventionally attractive people on TikTok, the CEO of looksmaxxing, only to get mogged by someone that apparently has genetics. It's over.
Bring over the base. What is it? It's clay, you guys.
It's based. Secret.
It's a new product, right?
It's based.
That's the salt spray right there.
You want to compete with the Mug King? Keep up. You ready?
All right, I'm gonna try this out.
Don't blink, you'll miss it. I'll fix you up. Now you'll be based. Look at me.
I'm being manhandled.
He's getting mugged yet?
No, I think I'm still being mugged.
I think you're looksmaxxing. Wait, hang on. Stand there, catch that light. Yeah.
He's not in the light
There you go,
anymore.
catch that light.
I'll be honest, Jordan has looks that are so unobtainable, he almost looks like a deep fake. Now, again, it's two bros hanging out. Like, why would you care if one is like, better looking than the other? Well, the problem is that's their entire community. Their entire community has been based around... I can't say that word. It's been formed around looksmaxxing. Now, a lot of people were like semi-sarcastically saying in the comments, like, Kareem, you've done all this looksmaxxing, all this effort. Well, Jordan just has better genetics. It's over. But you need to keep in mind that Jordan Barrett is actually a model. He's an Australian model, and he's probably had loads of work done. Like, for example, buccal fat removal and a very healthy diet of White Claw and cigarettes. People have also done comparisons to Jordan's face from the previous year, saying he's got like, a lot more, his face is a lot more filled out compared to how skinny he looks now. This could be surgery, it could just be aging. Obviously, he's a model, it's his choice to make, because as we know, model standards are just comedically bad. Even Kareem was completely self-aware, posting like an edit of himself where, he looked less Sigma. And that's all well and good for a meme, but some people actually thought, like, are these comments getting to him, or is he pulling a KSI and just like beating a dead meme? After all of this, he started posting more content on his second TikTok talking about the mogging incident. It's just saying like mogging incident with a straight face, man. Initially, he was showing off all the stuff that he had to put on or do before the shoot with Jordan, with the caption saying all of this just to get mogged by Jordan Barrett. He then posted some other TikToks saying, you know, remember to never compare yourself to others, regardless of the fact that he got mogged. I mean, it's true. He is spitting facts. Comparison will pretty much always be the thief of joy. You could be a billionaire, a trillionaire, you could have a happy family, but if you're always comparing to someone else, you'll never be happy. He even dressed up and questioned if Jordan would be Homelander in comparison. But what's a bit more concerning is he recently posted a TikTok, and keep in mind, this entire video, I've been talking about the fact that Kareem is just completely natty. He was 0 to 100 solely on just self-improvement, no surgery. But despite that, he posted a video of him getting his face scanned with the caption, "Bro's done playing fair." So I'm sure he's playing into a bit, but I like to believe in my head, he basically got mogged so badly that he resorted to getting surgery to see how he could improve his mogging skills. I like how the top comment on this as well is, "Jordan Barrett traumatized my bro." It's like all those years of confidence he's got, he just completely regressed over one single mogging incident. Again, I do think this is a bit, he's playing into the meme, but also, was his confidence actually throttled during this whole mogging? I mean, to be fair, like the fact that he's like self-made looksmaxxing as opposed to, you know, Jordan Barrett, an actual model, I think he did a very good job. I mean, it does worry me a bit. I don't want to be like, you know, Reddit armchair therapist, but he did actually say that the entire reason he looksmaxxed in the first place is because he was bullied as a child. Now, I think personally, no one is a stranger to having their appearance made fun of. I mean, personally, I've built the latest era of my career of being a punching bag, right? Like, you know, the whole double chin joke. I have no jawline. My haircuts are always terrible. My haircuts are always terrible. You know, someone at some point has probably said a comment towards you that has made you uncomfortable, and you might have even hyperfixated on it. It's an unfortunate part of life, I think, especially because of social media. We're not really allowed to live in a bubble anymore. You know, when you post a picture or a video of yourself online, it's going to be scrutinized by a lot of people. I mean, this has always been a thing as well. There was like on Tumblr, which I talked about recently, there was actually a whole thigh gap trend there, like well over a decade ago. Now that trend should have stayed dead, but it was actually revived by TikTok in the form of a legging legs trend. I think there has and always will be an obsession with, you know, worryingly thin being beautiful. The worst thing is I am like the worst advocate for this because everyone knows what I'm into now. I feel like I'm not even allowed to talk about this. But being serious, on social media, you know, like that not only people are dealing with body dysmorphia, eating disorders. I think because a lot of people grow up, like especially women as well, they grow up like, you know, looking at the Kardashians and stuff. And that is such a twisted version of what a natural woman would look like. These are people that have had hundreds and thousands of dollars spent on surgeries to improve their face, to look better. We know this. We know they've had surgery. We know it's not natural, but still our brain thinks, okay, I'm not doing something here. Why are these people looking better than me? And I think what Kareem is doing and the whole looksmaxxing trend, I think there is definitely some kind of benefit there. I think it can help a lot of people build confidence through self-improvement. But then there are people that are going to be obsessed with it. They're going to make it their entire personality. They're not going to see an improvement at the end of the day after mewing for 7 hours in the mirror. And they're going to think, yep, I'm done. It's over. I just think it's difficult because we're making a supercharged culture of like, there is no in between, right? You're either an alpha, sigma, giga chad, or you're a beta cuck. Like there is no in between now. I mean, there was actually a great film that came out recently called The Substance, and that is a very good satirical film talking about, you know, falling off and that kind of self-loathing that you have as you age. There's even been tweets posted about The Substance of like the main character when she's aged looking in the mirror with the caption, "Me leaving the 18 to 24 age bracket. It's over. It's over." I know this isn't really what Kareem is talking about, or, you know, the whole looksmaxxing trend, but I do find it funny that films like The Substance kind of remind everyone that, oh my God, we're all getting older. There's nothing we can do. But, you know, aging is something that we all deal with, right? And I feel like it's something that's so, like, terrifying. We kind of just put it all to the back of our mind. I mean, even right now, me talking about it, you might be thinking, oh, damn, he's right. Like, we're actually all getting older. And then as soon as you'll finish the video, you'll just think, oh, anyways, and then probably go back to playing Dead by Daylight or something. I know it's always been a tale as old as time. Like, you know, it's very oversimplified, right? Like, move around more, touch some grass, eat the right foods. That does work for a lot of people, but then for some people, it doesn't. Some people might not be able to exercise. Some people might not be able to afford the right foods because, as we know, processed garbage is way more cheap and affordable than the actual high quality meats and high quality vegetables that aren't, you know, filled with garbage preservatives. I do think it's important because I know a lot of people that watch this channel, they are young, right? Like they're going to be like my age, 27, or they're going to be younger. Maybe some people are older as well. But I do think it's important to take care of yourself now, because if you don't take care of yourself now, it's going to be a lot harder to do so when you're older, when your body slows down. But I do want to end the video on, I think everyone should definitely take more care of themselves if they're not already. If you're wondering what I'm going to do after this video, I'm going to go look in my mirror over there and I'm going to try and looksmax and mog myself for the next hour. Guys, do I have a chance? Look. I've got a chance, guys. I don't need buccal fat removal, I promise.